After 2 solid years in the VFL, University continued to improve, and late in the 1910 season, the students looked a distinct chance to contest the finals for the first time since entering the league competition 2 years earlier. But in the run home, University's chances slipped dramatically when the club lost 5 out of the last 6 games to end the season in 6th position. Collingwood ended up winning its 3rd flag by beating Carlton by 14 points in the grand final. A year later, in 1911, the sensational news was the players' strike by St Kilda, who were displeased that they weren't provided with dressing room tickets for their friends. The situation worsened when senior players openly feuded with committee men over the management of the club's affairs. The problem climaxed when, in round 14, the players almost didn't take the field. A week later, only 6 regular footballers stripped at Princes Park. The remainder of the positions were filled by second-raters, part-time players and juniors. Needless to say, Carlton won the match by 114 points. While the St Kilda rumpus continued, Essendon, coached by former Carlton great Jack Worrell, won the flag. 1912 was again Essendon's year, even though the club finished 3rd at the end of the home and away series. And the Dons, magnificently coached by Worrell, did it the hard way. They squeezed home by 2 goals against South Melbourne in the second semi, slipped past Carlton the week later by 4 points, then recorded a 14-point win over South in the grand final. 1913 marked the start of an incredible period of Collingwood history. It was the year Jock McHale was appointed coach of the club. It was a tenure which spanned 38 years to 1950 and included 8 premierships and 25 finals appearances in a massive 762 games. 1913 also denoted a dramatic improvement in the stocks of the St Kilda Football Club, which enjoyed its best season since joining the VFL in 1897. The Saints chalked up 11 victories and moved into its first grand final berth after overcoming South Melbourne in the first semi and Fitzroy in the penultimate final. But stage fright hit the St Kilda players in the big game in front of 60,000 spectators, and the Maroon Unbeatables won the grand final by 13 points. VFL matches continued to provide the population with exciting times, but when war was declared in August of 1914, the escalating hostilities signalled a major decline in the progress of the game. As World War I intensified, attendances dropped by up to 60%, and the competition was thrown into turmoil. Young men and women enlisted, and every aspect of life altered, including the importance of football, which now became a diversion rather than a passion. Men were so scarce in 1916 that the VFL had a token competition between 4 clubs: Carlton, Collingwood, Fitzroy and Richmond. And the matches were more exhibitions than win-at-all-costs affairs.